evening and welcome to Sunday Rendezvous, where we delve into a sensitive yet significant aspect of our community that reflects not only the loss we experience, but also the cultural and emotional narrative behind each life. Starting with a heartfelt moment and special tribute celebrating the Golden Jubilee of Priestly Ordination and the visits of Army Chief to Enugu State. Also on Rendezvous tonight, we shall explore three distinct burials, including that of a notable figure from the royal family of our former Vice President that shed light on the stories of those we lost, their impacts on our community, and lessons from their legacies. I am Comfort Ayim, but first, the news as usual. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, has inaugurated a newly renovated, remodeled, and equipped ultra-modern 10-classroom story building at Community Secondary School Mbu, Isuzo local government area of Enugu State. Matthew Amoke tells us more.
Congratulations. The school building project, which is in honor of the executor and indigene of the community, Corps Commander Ordnance, Nigerian Army, Major General J.O. Ugwoke, is a special intervention project in furtherance of the Army's civil-military cooperation and non-kinetic approach to the security of the country. Chief of Army Staff represented, as well as the Chief of Civil-Military Affairs, called for the continued support of the Nigerian Army in their quest to secure the nation through robust approaches.
I therefore urge the good people of Enugu State to continue to support all our activities so that together we can defeat our adversaries. On our part, I want to assure the nation that the Nigerian Army will continue to carry out kinetic and non-kinetic operations to address the security challenges facing the country.
The Chief of Army Staff Special Intervention Civil Military Cooperation Progress Scheme is an initiative that seeks to strengthen civil military relations, promote collaboration, and community development.
The project executor, Major General J.O. Ugwoke, and the Enugu State Governor, Dr. Peter Ndubisimba, represented, extolled the Nigerian Army for their efforts at keeping the nation secured, while calling on the members of Mbu community to protect the facilities provided for them.
Our amiable and indefatigable Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General D.A. Labaja, Nigerian Army Medal, among several other decorations and awards, for magnanimity in approving the release of the fund for the project under his civil military special intervention project in communities across the country.
For every of our people who will go to school here, make sure that you don't betray the purpose for which this edifice was built. That is to say, be studious. Let us find you worthy in character and learning.
The highly elated members of the community thanked the Nigerian Army for the honor done to them and promised to put the edifice into good use.
We are really very, very grateful to the Nigerian Army for what such a wonderful project cited in my own community.
What they did for us, we stand as a beacon of hope for future generations. May God bless them and continue to bless them for their support to our school.
In Enugu, Matthew Amoke, NTN News.
Taking a break now. When we return, Sunday Rendezvous. To join us again.
Ambition.
My G, for our ambition, we go hard.
We go day night till we make it.
We go hard till we find that perfect beat.
The perfect beat, the one the world will put on repeat.
So we chase greatness in every moment, making every naira count.
We put out content after content, till it's comment after comment. And with Glow by our side,
we have more to offer.
Because the MyG bundle comes with bonuses,
giving you way more data value and way more steez on IG, Snapchat, TikTok, WhatsApp, Glow TV, Audiomack, and Boomplay
in one fly package.
Dial *312# now and select MyG bundle.
Glow Unlimited.
Sunday Rendezvous. Glad to have you back. Let's begin with the Golden Jubilee of priestly ordination of Reverend Father John Amadi. Now, the Old Saint Catholic Parish, Ibagwanike, and the people of Egede in Udi local government area, both in Enugu State, have rolled out their drums again as their priest and son, Reverend Father John Amadi, celebrate the Golden Jubilee of his priestly ordination. Eukeria Ugu was the eye of Sunday Rendezvous in that event.
It was a roll call of priests in Enugu Diocese as the Catholic priests in their various order of hierarchy came in their numbers to celebrate with their own. Reverend sisters, including the immediate elder sister of the celebrant, the Ohaneze Ndibu, and the traditional ruler of Ibawanike, as well as his cabinet members, were all in attendance to celebrate with the celebrant. The event was preceded by a holy mass with 8 monsignors in attendance. In a homily, Professor Augustine Akupe described 50 years of Eucharistic ritual as a milestone, noting that vocational scorecard should not be adjudged by grade but by grace.
50 years in any vocation in our cosmic experience is a landmark, is a milestone, and is a special gift of God.
Mass over, the event shifted to the church field, where the celebrant showered his guests with a treat. Who is Reverend Father John Amadi, O.C. Melody, as he is fondly called.
His brilliance, his intelligence, is highly idealistic, he speaks good English, and he has a lot of idea upstairs. If you discuss with him once, you will know that you met an educated man.
He's a good man. He is also good in music because that is why they call him O.C. Melody by his fans. Today we are so happy to celebrate him as a priest.
Reverend Father John Amadi was ordained a priest in Benin in 1974. He was a guest artist presenting philosophy and life in NTA Enugu in the 90s. Reverend Father John Amadi, though retired, but is not tired.
Congratulations to Reverend Father John Amadi on that milestone. Moving on, the attention of social media users were drawn to the viral video of the sorrowful condition of a 12-year-old Miss Amarachi Emmanuel, who just like any other child was enjoying motherly love and care until the cold hands of death snatched away her mother. Ever since then, what has been her fate in the hands of her stepmom is not what any living creature with a good conscience can ever imagine. Let's hear the story from Kingsley Ononiwu.
Amarachi Emmanuel and the sister have been living at the naked area of Owerri with their father and her second wife, whom he married in 2019 after the death of his first wife in 2018. Painfully, Amarachi and her sibling, instead of enjoying the needed love and care from their stepmother, Mrs. Blessing Emmanuel, who is also a secondary school teacher, were subjected to all kinds of inhuman treatment, ranging from starvation, battering, hard labor, merciless flogging, beating, torture, and other domestic violence, including lack of access to basic education. This was the ordeal of Amarachi and her sister until an Owerri-based journalist and human rights activist, Chidebube Okoma's attention was drawn to the plight of Amarachi, where she was hawking sachet water with burnt hands, matched cuts all over her body, decaying injuries on the leg and inside the body, including reddish eyes, which were inflicted on the poor girl by the stepmother over an allegation of cooking and eating the rice kept in the house. Moved by the pitiable condition of Amarachi, the journalist Chidebube Okoma made a viral video of the innocent teenager and posted it on the social media. Thereafter, he lodged a complaint of child abuse against Amarachi's stepmother at the Owerri Area Command of Nigeria Police Force. Following the complaint, the police operatives swiftly arrested the suspect and paraded her before the press at the Imo State Police Command headquarters, Owerri. Briefing newsmen on the ugly development, the spokesperson of the police command, ASP Henry Okoye, says the command maintains zero tolerance to all forms of child abuse and condemned the action of Blessing Emmanuel against her stepdaughter, vowing that justice must surely prevail in the matter.
Disturbing details of the alleged abuse prompted immediate action from our police operatives. During questioning, Mrs. Emmanuel admitted to the offense, raising serious concern about the treatment of minors in her care. The command is committed to ensuring the safety and well-being of children in the state. And for now, we are conducting investigation to ascertain the full extent of the situation.
The Imo State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Nkechi Ugwu, who also briefed the press on the unfortunate incident, assured that
we do hope and pray for justice for the little Amarachi. Moving on, giving is one of the noble acts of God expected of humans to imbibe as an expression of love, empathy, or compassion to one another. Although it is a gesture often appreciated by many, there is a school of thought that believes that gifts should not be accepted from some categories of people. Aisha Uba Ali is on a trail of this belief, to be or not to be. Let's watch the debate.
It is a sign of appreciation. But the question here is, can you collect a gift from your ex? Well, this issue has generated heated debate at different circles where I raised the question. And to dwell on this report proper, come along with me. From creation, giving has been encouraged to be done as expressed by God to his creation. In Nigeria, people meticulously go out to shop for gifts to present to celebrants as a sign of love, carefully and beautifully wrapped, depicting the occasion. Most of these gifts could be in cash, utensils, clothes, jewelry, electronics, or even as big as cars. Such gestures leave the receiver with sweet memories difficult to forget. This culture of gifting has come to stay in Nigeria, especially to celebrate people's meritorious achievements. However, this act of kindness, many question the spirit behind it. Should it be accepted from all and sundry?
It depends on the relationship between me and my ex before we broke up.
Yes, my ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend, we are no more together.
Yeah.
Yes, I can collect it because the reason why between me and her there is no any problem. We did not depart in the wrong way.
He is not to have access for him to even offer something. So if I'm not done, I'm halfway done. I can come back. So if he offers, I'll collect.
So someone, probably you are married, and I wouldn't advise anybody to toe that path because of That is part of cheating anyway.
If my ex gives me a gift and wife, on my birthday I receive gift from enemies, not talk of somebody who I was once bestowed with. And then because you now say you just target ex. My wife, if ex give am present, collect. You buy motor, okay, so if my wife now, ex buy motor for him, I'll say, bring it, let's drive it. What's the big deal?
Why will I collect gift from my ex? We've parted a long time ago. Even if you parted peacefully, you should give it to my husband.
This brings us to some cultures frowning at one taking gifts from an ex-lover, more so when one or both friends had parted ways and are married to some other person.
So, yes, we understand that while in courtship, one of two things may happen that you have to let go of that person. Christianity is not against that. So when you let go of that person, it is not advisable to keep tabs on each other's lives.
If you say you are going out with somebody before and you are no more going out, if you want to have anything done with him, especially from a lady, your husband must be aware. If your husband is not aware, it becomes haram for you.
Although some of the respondents believe it depends on the circumstances that led to separation, an Islamic scholar sheds light.
If so, what's it called? A condition, precondition is not attached to it. One is allowed to accept it. After all, what is called gift?
It is now better understood that only on one condition can one accept gifts from his or her ex, that is, if the intentions for giving the gift are pure. But above all, it is important to be better humans while morality guides individuals' conscience. For me, an ex is never an enemy, so it's a yes for me. Moving on. To lose a pillar of strength, a shining light, and a guiding force is always devastating. That was the feeling when the remains of the matriarch of Eze Aku family of Umu Okara Oba in Uden local government area of Enugu State, late Beatrice Eze Aku was laid to rest. The administrator and a philanthropist died at 71, and Uchenna Namele was there for Sunday Rendezvous.
Jacob's College Church, Oba, in Uden local government area of Enugu State, was filled to its capacity by people from all walks of life who came to pay their last respect to the late Beatrice Obinne Ezeaku, a woman whose unwavering love, guidance, and wisdom had touched countless lives. In a homily, the visiting priest, Reverend Father Jude Ezeaja, reminded Christians of the need to prepare themselves for eternity by desisting from acts capable of destroying their souls.
Because we're in a journey, you should always remember that our aim is to attain that eternal happiness.
Amidst tears, the remains of the late Beatrice Ezeaku were laid to rest in her husband's compound after the dust-to-dust rituals. Funeral rite continued with sound of drums and other side attraction at Central School, Oba. Family and friends say they have lost a compassionate leader who they describe as a beacon of hope and inspiration to many.
She did well. Therefore, God's love and blessings is waiting for her.
She was an exceptional person. In Igbo, we call it Okokoribe, because they're trying to make sure that every member of the family is carried along, making peace in the family, and making sure that everybody progresses.
You can see now, in fact, it's like federal burial because of her good nature. She's a teacher.
Until her death, late Chief Beatrice Ezeaku was a dedicated Christian, an administrator, a philanthropist whose charitable activities touched uncountable lives in and outside her community. She is survived by children, in-laws, grandchildren, and numerous relations.
And from Obansuka in Enugu State, we head to Anambra State at the royal family of former Vice President of Nigeria, Alex Ekweme, where the demise of Ma Edith Obiageli Ekweme, a revered figure in Oko traditional stool, as the wife of late Igwe Justus Ekweme, left a lasting impact that prompted wave of sorrow and remembrance at 90. Benson Osadebe takes us through the funeral journey in this report.
Funeral journey of Her Royal Highness, late Lady Edith Obiageli Ekweme, started from a funeral home to a funeral parlor at her country home, Oko, in Orumba North local government area of Anambra State. Thereafter, all roads led to St. John the Divine Anglican Church, Oko, for a burial service. Bishop Chukwudi Ezeofor, who took his exhortation from the book of James chapter 4 verse 13, in his message titled Plans and Providence, urged the congregants to always put death in their daily plans by living a life of righteousness. The Bishop of Agwata Diocese describes the Ekweme matriarch as a peaceful, loving, and caring unifier who lived for others and worked for God and humanity.
I don't think people plan for death, but it's a cardinal thing in our lives. It will surely happen. So I feel that if we factor it in, it will help us live better lives. Because when somebody knows that his life is not in his hands, he's not in control, she would prepare well.
At the graveside, emotions ran deep as dust-to-dust ritual was performed.
Mama! Mama!
The family appreciated their guests, stressing that their mother will be remembered for her unassuming disposition, noting that the life and times of Her Royal Majesty will remain indelible in the sands of time.
Her husband, the late Igwe Justus Anado Ekweme III, was my predecessor as Igwe of Oko. He was in fact my guardian because he stood in loco parentis. My father died when I was 6. And so when I was at Omaha College, he acted as my father. So she, as it were, could have been what you may call a stepmother, even though my mother was alive. So, but her family was like my family.
Happy that she's left a great legacy here. She's come around, she's made her mark as a Christian, as a mother, of course, as the First Lady of Oko. She has made her mark, and everybody appreciated her for all of that. So we're really happy for all the nice things people have said about her.
I miss how she calls me, and she's always there. Like when I have issues, I don't know how. When I have issues, I always meet her. So when my mom kind of chase me away to just go, I'll go and meet her. She will kind of hug me and tell me to come.
Edith Obiageli Ekweme was a devout Christian. Aged 90, she was survived by children, grandchildren, relatives, and in-laws, including Professor Bato Okolo, former Vice-Chancellor, University of Nigeria, Nsukka.
And may the soul of the departed continue to rest in peace as we call it a day on Sunday Rendezvous tonight, to meet again same time next week. From all of us is thank you for staying with us and good night.